Alright. Yeah, this thing's going. Good. Okay, cool. AP stats, dealio, thingio. We're gonna do tanks. I like tanks. Tanks are cool. We'll just hop right into it. So the first quantitative way you could like classify tanks, I think, is by the caliber of their cannon or their guns, depending on what they actually have. Um, right here we have like a 7.62. Those are only machine guns, Vickers machine guns. That's a 20 millimeter auto cannon. Then we get to some proper guns, high velocity. These are 88 millimeter guns. This is a 105 millimeter howitzer. This is a 105 millimeter long barrel. This is 1970s tanks, upgrade. And then we have a 152 millimeter howitzer once again. So that's quantitative for the reasons of that, it's numbers and whatnot and silliness. The next one, which I think would be the most appropriate for tanks, is the armor thickness. And I have them somewhat arranged in, because that's over there. There should be switcheroos around here, but that's like 7 millimeters of armor. It's like, I think it's like 5 to 10. That's 100 in some spots. That's, 40? 40, and then, that's high. That's 1970s, 80s main battle tank. That's got proper armor. That's got Chobham and other fun jazz. And that's like 80 millimeters of armor. You could also maybe throw in effective armor thickness. That's with, when you have a slope. So my hand's this thick this way. If you have a shell that has to go across and through it, if you angle it that way, it's got to go through more material. But that's math and calculations and yeah. Next way to do now we have our two quantitative, next is two categorical. I think the first way that would be done would be the country of origin. So basically we have Great Britain, Germany, United States, and the Soviet Union, Russia, whatever your flavor is. So that way, you have strict lines, you're either in this country or that country. There's no Russia 2.0 yet. The next way that I believe tanks should be classified would be by their actual type of tank. In terms of like, a light tank, a medium tank, a heavy tank, self-propelled gun, main battle tank, super heavy tank, artillery you could throw in there too, tank destroyer, field gun. There's tons of things you could toss around. This is infantry support. This was made 1915. It's a Mark IV, 1916. 1960 Mark IV tank. World War I. They didn't know what tanks were going on. They didn't figure that stuff out. This is a Panzer II. It's a light tank. Beginning of World War II. This is one of the first installments, this gray one, first installment of a Tiger 1. That's a heavy tank, one of the first heavy tanks to properly come onto the battlefield and be effective. This is a Tiger 1 again. This is 1945 late model. You can tell because of certain things. You're probably not interested in that. Heavy tank. This is an M4 Sherman 105 millimeter howitzer. It's a medium tank. It's medium. It's lighter armored. It's got a larger gun on it, so it does cool stuff. It's mainly an infantry support, blowing people up tank. Not really for tank-on-tank combat, but it did do some tank-on-tank combat because we'll shoot guns at anything. This is a main battle tank. This is out of all these tanks here that I have presented, this is actually the oldest, newest tank. Not in terms of my model making, but in terms of age of tanks. This is an M60A3 main battle tank. It's got fancy armor. It's got IR optics and all the bells and whistles a man could ask for. And this is an SU-152, and technically speaking, it'd be classified as a self-propelled gun. It's got a 152 millimeter gun, which is made for basically blowing up bunkers. But that's not to say that those sneaky Russians didn't aim them at tanks as well, and blast tanks out of the water and just completely destroy them. So you could call it a casemate tank destroyer, because technically speaking, that's also what it is. But I think self-propelled gun is the most non-conforming, put you in a category, but still put you in a category because categorical data. Tanks, and Ways of Classifying Tanks by Noah Kunkel Smith. Ta-da. I really hope it actually uploads, because the last time I did it was like 10-minute long video, and it said I was going to upload for 2 days, and I was like, yeah, nope. So, thanks.